Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Today's date is October 29th, 2023. It is a Sunday. Sorry for that lag. Yeah, false start. Then the computer decided that it was going to drop signal on me. And I'm dropping signal again. I am dropping signal again, and I have no earthly idea why. 25% over the last 2 minutes, a few seconds ago, it says, so I have no idea what is going on with, with my software. Should not be doing this. So we'll see whether or not the show is going to go on tonight or not. This is not good. Not good. Wait for folks to jump in. Try to go on here and get to my channel. And go to the... see if I can delete. I had 7 views. 7 views of the last show. Well, it says I've got excellent connection, so I have no idea why. I have no idea why. Let's go to create. No, I don't want to create. What I want to do is I want to go to... my actual channel. But I don't want to screw anything up here. Okay, go on here. We will see. We will see. Hey, let me know when y'all get to the show. I just got another nasty gram. Another nasty gram saying that it was done. Okay, no, it's October 29th. There was 8 views on my last one. We'll go click here, and we will edit. And I don't want to edit. I want to more actions. Delete forever. Yes. Because we don't need people jumping up on that other one. I'm still getting nasty grams on my system saying that I'm getting dropped frames. We'll find out. Tonight's chocolate-covered strawberries from Dunkin' Donuts brand. Still waiting for folks to jump in. If you are joining the show, go ahead and type up and say, hey. It's disabled. I don't need to disable it right there. Let's see here. Chat, here we go. Pop out chat. Should be for the new show. Hey, there we go. Bring this over here. Absolutely wonderful. Let's go here. Let's go to my channel again. Warning, the streamer's current bitrate is lower than the recommended rate. Open widget. Let's go here. I have no idea. I have no idea why this is happening. While we're sitting here, it's still going out or not. Now I've got excellent connection again. I just have no idea. Okay. Folks might have noticed I have a slight change in the shelf arrangement. Let me get right up here. Right over here is the Constitution of the United States. That used to be down here, but it was blocked a lot of times. Now, if I go to the close-up, you'll see, you can still see it. Hey, there it is. There it is. I could drop this shelf down, but the problem with dropping the shelf down is, I know this is OCD shit kicking in. If you go to the full one, then this is going to be low. This shelf here is going to be lower than this shelf over here. And they're all absolutely evening. Judy says, hello, Cowboy. Hey, Judy. Welcome to the show. Maybe welcome to the show again. I had to reboot my whole system because it just wasn't sending signal out to YouTube. I reboot my system, get everything up and running, and I'm still getting dropped frames. So I'm getting excellent signal notifications from YouTube to too low, but at least it hasn't stopped, and then back to excellent again. So I have no idea what the hell is going on. But like I said, slight shelf arrangement objects. See now that again the. Oh, you missed that? Oh, so you didn't even get the first run of the show. I had to shut it down. I went back and I've deleted it. Oh, my nose. Also, if you hear any background noise, let me know. I had to turn the fan on. The studio was getting toasty a little bit too early, being that it's, well, it was actually halfway decent day. A little cool, but halfway decent day. I haven't been running the fan during the shows like it was in the other studio, and I did this time. So if you can hear the fan in the background, let me know. If it is a distraction, too much of a distraction, let me know. I posted up a picture of back in the day when I first started doing my podcast, my first podcast. And it was just an audio, it wasn't a video. Okay, Judy says she can't hear anything. Fantastic. I was going, as you could say, I was going extremely minimalist. Here's the picture of, this is my first studio when I was doing podcasts, and I wasn't live streaming them. And if you look carefully, you can see the audio software in the background. Yeah, I just took a little corner of my bedroom and I put up two. The black TV tray is the same as the wooden one, but just painted black. That's actually, I use that for part of my photography equipment, professional photography setup, so I could set equipment on it, such as a laptop, and run directly into it. So it all looked okay. That is a photography light stand with a photography light stand boom off of it, and I just ran a USB microphone from that into the laptop. That laptop's not even used anymore. I'm like 3 or 4 laptops in since then. And a relatively inexpensive, I think they were like $45-50 headphones. But you can see I still had my coffee. And then I moved it from there. I went and I said, hey, I need to not do it here. So I went and converted part of my weight room into a recording studio for audio, of course. That's why it was up against the wall, and you folks have seen that. That's the other one. It has I had my other equipment. I invested in a bunch of good equipment. I went through 3 or 4 iterations of microphones until I got the one that I have now. With all of the right stuff, all of the right stuff, full audio mixer and dedicated computer system and dedicated sound system. Says I've got more drop frames. Let me know if you're getting glitchy out there. And then I ran that way for for a few years. Quite a few years I ran that way. And then when I decided to bring the live streaming online and go video, it's like, I need some more equipment. So I invested in, as you know, my additional video equipment and other goodies. And then after doing that for I was running those for about a year or so, maybe a little bit longer, I'm not sure. And then and then said, screw this, let's get a dedicated studio all of its own. And now I'm in the studio that I'm in now. So it's been a long journey, one step at a time. To the current studio. Those watching now, of course, you don't see the whole studio, you just see some of it. You just see this is the pretty part but there's no not pretty part in my studio. If you've seen the pictures of, I have posted them up one of the last shows. There is no not pretty part. So I got my whiskey barrel, I got my steamer trunk, I got a bunch of goodies. It's a beautiful studio. And Judy says, like you said, you have come up. You have come way up. Come up. Yeah, you've come a long way. It's Virginia Slims. But yeah. So from an old laptop on its last leg, on some TV trays in the bedroom. But a lot of podcasts start that way. They start that way. Now I have no idea. It says I've got a bunch of viewers out there. Judy's the only one talking. So what I'm going to do. Good coffee again. Tonight's coffee is chocolate-covered strawberries from Dunkin' Donuts brand coffee. Today was a very good gastronomical day. Got up this morning, and I had told the missus last night. I said, "Yeah, I want to take you out to breakfast." The problem is there's not a lot of great breakfast joints around. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get up. We'll go get a steak. Come home and I'll make you steak and eggs for breakfast. So we get up. We go out shopping. Well, we get up, have our coffee. And we go out shopping and come back with damn near $400 worth of groceries. I just want some steak. But you know how that goes. She's like, "Oh, we haven't done shopping in a while." It's like, well, okay. So we got that. Came home. We both helped. We both did parts. Had sliced up New York strip steak, diced taters, over easy eggs, and toast. Oh, and some queso blanco on it. Had to put the queso blanco on there. So yeah, with some queso blanco. And that's what we had for brunch. It was like, oh, that was glorious. That was glorious. For dinner, oh yeah. Again, each doing our parts. She makes the sauce, and we both make the meat filling, and I put them all together, and we put it in the oven. We'd had chicken enchiladas with Spanish rice for dinner. Oh, glorious. Nothing like some chicken. I call them soggy burritos. They're absolutely glorious. So that's what we had, and sour cream on it and cheese. And I was, good dinner. We eat well. Hey, and the folks saw that I got the body of the coop for the chickens finally erected. I've got some fastening to do along the bottom edges and some parts and stuff like that. But and then I'm going to build the framework inside, put the roosting benches they flat roost. They don't grab onto sticks. They flat roost. They like to lay their feet flat. So I'm going to have two good benches inside, two shelves that they can roost on, and then the nesting box is up against one side, and it doesn't have any opening. I'll explain this. Let me pull this up so I can explain it. It might be confusing to some people who saw it. It's like, hey, why the hell don't you have it totally boxed in? I'll explain this. Okay, that was the first thing. I put the mega plywood base on pressure treated 2x4s. Then the shed runners, or what you want to call it, base. There's the chickens. Then the sides go up, and as you can see right here, if you're paying attention, this is going up higher than what the shed actually is. I measured it, and it was supposed to work, and it's a bit higher. So, oops. That's me getting more walls in. And that's almost totally enclosed, but as you can see here, it's got opening in the top of it, above the top bar, and that's going to stay open. Chickens need a lot of air ventilation. Now, you want to keep them dry, and you want to keep them draft-free. Now, ventilation above them isn't a draft. It blows over the top. So all the bottom and everything is going to be draft-free. And that's where the doors. Now, as you can see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a 2x4 frame, or roughly across the inside, and then on the inside going down the walls and along the base. The left-hand side is going to have about this high one shelf, and about this high another shelf. And then, let's see if you can see them. Right over in here, up on the wall, about 2.5 feet up or so, maybe 3, I'll have to see, I'm going to have their nesting boxes. And when the eggs are collected, we just open up the door like this. You just reach in, and you can grab the eggs out of it. And there's going to be about 4 probably on the front, maybe up to 6 in the back, hemp filler on the bottom. And the top again will be open unless it gets too bad, and then I'm going to build a frame that has plastic around it, and I'm going to be able to slide that frame in over the top to just close up this area. It'll turn it into almost like a box with just some ventilation on the sides. But it shouldn't need that. This should be plenty, even in the wintertime, to get the moisture from their breaths and any of the other goodies that chicken excrete. Should be able to vent out the top. And they'll be good and warm on the inside. Their feathers are great. People think, oh, you need to heat them up. No, chickens do better in the cold than they do in the heat. And the heat is when you really need to pay attention to them. But on this door right here, from about this latch down, is going to be a piece of plywood. And inside it, about the 4 or 5 of these paneled sections is where the door is going to be. So the door is going to be about like this high. It's going to be here. You can see where my cursor is. And then down to here, and then down to here. It's going to be an opening. And the door is going to slide down into it. It's going to close it out. So I'm going to make the door. I'm going to make the whole mechanism. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to put it up against the door here. I'm going to take a magic marker and or a permanent marker, and I'm going to cut where the inside, I'm going to show where the inside of the door is. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to go about an inch further into the opening, and I'll cut that out. And then screw it from the back side into the front side, into the plywood on each of these sections. So it'll be good and stout, and run it right down and run it right across the bottom. And then I'm going to do an eye hook on the top of the door, and it's going to be running up. I haven't decided where yet, but it's going to be running up someplace here and then up to the outside, and we can pull up and lower the door to the coop. And I don't think that we're going to need, this is low enough, I don't think that we're going to need a ramp to go into there. They should just be able to just hop right on in there, and they will be happy. They're still running in. Right now, we have it open so the wind can't blow this shut. We've got it bungeed open, and the gals are having a good time. They run into it, and they hang out in there, and then they run back out. So this is going to be an easy switch for them once the door goes in, and pretty much that's it. They will be set. So that's why, like I said, I explained why this is open in the top, because folks that have chickens can tell you can't have too much ventilation as long as they're not freezing. In other words, keep them dry, so no moisture getting in there, and no drafts. And they're fine. And this is not a draft. Ventilation across the top of their head is not a draft. A draft comes in the sides and through the gaps, and it'll get them cold. They can't keep warm. So. And there we go on that. So that's there. That's the coop information. That's what's up there. Oh, and Judy says, "Oh my God, that sounds great. Must have been my dinner." Oh yeah, enchiladas and Spanish rice. Man, I tell you, that's a good. Oh, and a beer, and a beer. Hard to beat that. Oh, there's other meals we like that too. Judy says it looks real good. Yeah, it's acceptable. They're enjoying it. They are enjoying it. I got the hard part done. The rest will go in. I say the hard, it sounds like, oh, it should be easy to put together. No, as you can see, it goes up higher than what the tarp is. So the tarp and the chicken wire over the top of it, which acts like a cheese grater against my hands, trying to get up there on the very tops and screw in. Thankfully, I've got an electric screw, but to get in there and push it up there and to get the screws in, it's like, oh my God. Oh my God. What I ended up having is I had the missus take a big long 2x4 and get inside the coop, inside the shed, and brace the bottom end on the lower corner on the opposite side, and then push up in the section that I was going to do. So it gave me, a couple inches more room. I was like, oh my goodness, what a pain in the rear. So now the rest is fine. Now we got a week of cold, rain, crap coming. But the good thing is the hard work and the things that the chickens really need. They needed the full enclosure around. It's done. It's done. So where is everybody else? I see them looking, but they're not talking. Oh, what else was I going to say? Oh yeah. So today was a good eating day. Good eating day. Brings me to my main topic that I wanted. Hey, Laurel. There you go. How you doing, Laurel? Thanks for chirping in, walking in, clucking in. Judy says we have cold and rain tonight. Yeah, we had one good day yesterday. It was in the mid to upper 70s. It was like, holy cow. And they're like, watch out. The next day's in the 40s. I think we're 40s and 50s today. And then this next week is just going to be cold. But let me get back to my it's going to be my bitch, my rant, John's rant, and it's tied in with issues that I brought up before. But it starts with, we got this last mass shooter in Maine. Laurel says we've got the if you get the weather we're having, yuck. Yeah, it's everybody's going into the crapper right now, weather-wise. And the left wants to keep grabbing guns. Let's grab the guns of law-abiding and mentally sane people. No. I've said for a long time we have a mental health issue in this problem, and the problem is it's not being dealt with. I don't think mental health issues are, aside from social contagion and people grifting off of the glorification of what is, by all means, a mental health problem, and I'm not going to get into that here. It's not right now. But we've always had people with mental health problems, but we used to put them in centers. We used to put them in mental hospitals and treat them, or, if need be, confine them for the rest of their life. Gus says, I'm just listening and eating M&Ms. Stop it. Eating M&Ms. No, it's good. Enjoy. So we used to take care of it. Then, we got to feel good about everything. So what we've got to do is we've got to get rid of all the mental institutions and give the mentally ill more rights, freedoms, and leeway than the average citizen out there. You got to tailor your life around these mentally defective people. Now it can be they're just wired wrong, could be they're in a chemical imbalance, could be a lot of different things. But they are not right in the head. We need to be locking them up. Now this shooter in Maine, and then you look at all the rest of them, they go back 10 years and look at all the major mass shootings. When I say major, those are the ones they were focused on. They get all the attention. I'll get to another part later. They all had mental problems. They were all diagnosed with mental problems. They all were being treated for mental problems. But they didn't take care of it. So how'd they treat them? They didn't lock them up. This guy spent some time this last summer in a psych ward because he complained about hearing voices in his head. And he threatened to shoot up one of the military installations. See, he should have been put in jail for that shit. But no. Oh, so the problem is law-abiding, sane people. We need to take their rifles away from them. Because the system didn't use the tools that were readily available. Red flag laws, Maine has red flag laws. Maine has yellow flag laws, which makes it even easier to get people the help that they need and to mitigate their danger to society. And they didn't do it. They didn't do any of it. None of it. He spent some time in a psych ward and then they just let him loose. Get the fuck out of here. It's not taking care of the problem. But yeah, let's go after law-abiding, sane citizens. Brings me to the issue. Mental health. And the mental health industry as well as medical industry in general. Here's my advice. Take it for what it's worth. Stay the fuck away from doctors of any kind if you can. Stay away. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They're playing darts, blindfolded. The problem is the dart in their hand. The solution is just a bunch of shit put on the dartboard. Most of it's drugs. And they just throw the dart blindly at the dartboard and say, there you go. Did you know that most depression medications, anxiety medications, and shit like that, their side effects actually increases all of the symptoms that they're supposed to be curing, taking care of? And the doctors know this, and they admit it, but they still prescribe it anyways. It's like, isn't there a better way? How about we try to how about do some behavioral therapy? How about we actually try to solve their problems, try to get them to be able to think rationally and solve issues themselves instead of medicating them? That can exasperate them. Here recently, the mother killed all of her children, strangled them. It took over 4 minutes to strangle them all. And then she killed herself. She was on depression and anxiety medicine. Oh, fucking imagine that. Stop it. Stop taking pills unless you absolutely have to. Doctors don't know what the hell they're doing. Let me say that again. Doctors don't know what the hell they're doing. They know how to stop a bleed. They know how to cut out a tumor. They know how to fix, they know how to set a broken bone. They know how to help you not hurt yourself more from strains and muscular problems. Yeah. Anything other than that, don't go to them. And if they prescribe you medicine, do not just blindly take it. I explained to you about the, Donna says, I've put doctors in the same category as lawyers. Yeah. Yeah, they're industries amongst themselves. You don't need a lawyer. We talked about, for most things, you don't really need a lawyer. I mean, maybe to file something because they've got all the paperwork, but to know the law, to know the situation, you don't need a lawyer. Anything that they know, you can look up. This is 2023. And this has been true for the last 20 or so years. You don't need them. Doctors, again, told you the situation with the missus. Oh, I'll come to find out, remember they wanted 3 medications to put her on. And she had spent a year and a half, at least a year, over a year, getting herself weaned off of the medications that they had piled on her over the years to handle this issue and that issue, which only exasperated the other issues, and they were chasing symptoms. Wasn't good for her. So she got herself against their advice. And then she had a clean bill of health. All the shit that was supposed to be taken care of by the medication, which was exasperated by it, was taken care of. Why? She changed her diet. She changed her physical activity. She monitored herself, and she did what she needed to do. If you want to know about drugs, I asked a pharmacist, says Donna. If you want to know about drugs, fucking look it up. And then don't fucking take it. Again, there's very few drugs that you really need to take. The only time you need to take a drug, I would say, is if there is no other alternative. Even if you're morbidly obese, all the shit that they put those people through, they need a lifestyle change. Lap bands, gastric bypass, that shit doesn't work, right? The vast majority of the people that go through those end up dying afterwards of morbid obesity. They gain it all back, if not more. The number of people it actually helps is a statistical nothing. I think it's something like not even 20%. It helps. So that means 80% or more of the people, it's not helping anybody. Oh, but guess what? See, this is the kicker. Everybody's getting paid for it. Everybody's getting paid for it. And in a lot of cases, those who are morbidly obese that quote unquote need this surgery, they're on public dime anyways. So you're paying for it. Donna says her daughter-in-law did that and almost died. Yeah, it's not, no. There's so many other ways. But see, it's easy. Let's cut people. Same thing with the transgender shit. When you start putting people on hormones that they're not supposed to be on and pumping them up with other drugs, cutting off body parts, you've got a patient for life. They'll never get back to not needing the medical industry. You got a patient for life. The shit doesn't heal. They get all sorts of other shit. They get tumors. It's like, Jesus, they're creating first do no harm. How's about that? Remember that Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. No, they don't do that shit. They don't do that shit. It's the industry. Shame on them. I'd bitched about this shit 40 years ago. 30 years ago. 35 years ago. Mental health. It's when I saw that the mental health industry was really, yeah, fuck you. You can't work because you got anxiety, right? You got anxiety, so you can't be around people, so you can't work. So you go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist, counselor of various types. And they say, yeah, you've got anxiety disorders. You can't work. You can't be around people. So come and see me twice a week. I'll write you a note. You can take that down. You can get your disability check because you can't work because you got a disorder. And you get paid. And then the doctor gets paid. There's no benefit for them to make sure that you're fucking okay and out there working. So they create a situation where instead of actually, hey, let's sit down, let's deal with your problems. Oh, and don't forget, they're going to give you medication. Yeah. It's a racket. It's all a racket. Racket. Need some help? Go talk to a priest. Do it for free. They'll talk to you for free. Just make sure they're not a New Age priest or clergy member. That's all a racket. Oh, hey, got a doctor's appointment? You make sure that you show up and you show up early so that they can be an hour late. Because if you're not there, they're going to bill you. Oh, and how about this? How about this? If they want you to do something, you better do it lickety-split. But if you got a question for them, you won't hear from them for days. Yeah, how's about them apples? Well, how about this? Gee, for 2 years during the manufactured crisis of Rovid, doctors were more than happy to do telephonic consultations. They're more than happy to do Skype calls for you because they can still bill for it. But they can't bill the same as an I don't think they can bill the same as an in-house. But yeah, they're more than that. But now, say, Doc, you schedule an appointment. You've already sent me information. I've already talked to 3 people about this. Is there anything else that you're going to tell me that you haven't that I haven't already been told? Is there anything else that you're going to tell me that you can't tell me on the phone? Shut the fuck up. Why are you going in and paying just so they can see you? So they can see you, because billable hours. Half the time when you're there to see them anyways, you're sitting in an empty examining room. Guess what? You're getting billed. Stop it. Again, go see a doctor. She's wearing, and another thing, wearing a freaking blue Walmart mask. They don't stop shit. Maybe spittle. That's it. Doctors should know that shit. When that shit came down, and they're like, no, you're going to wear these masks, then double up. No, it's not going to work either. It's putting 2 screen doors on a submarine. You ain't stopping shit. And then, oh, we're wearing N95s. Yeah, that are good for what? 25 to 45 minutes at a time. You're not supposed to be wearing them all day. The same way, shit, you knew that going in when you were in the military. If you're a fireman, Gus was a fireman. Anybody that deals with that sort of shit. Even let's say you're just a construction worker, you're a woodworker, you're a tradesman. You know that your mask is only good for so long. More so, what the hell you're doing with it. Then you have to deal with things like, how good's the seal, and do you need a seal? You might not as need a big a seal as something else if you're just doing like woodworking. Catches the big particulates, that's fine. But that same mask ain't going to help you shit against this microscopic stuff. Talked about this through the whole 2 years and the whole mask bullshit. I didn't wear a mask once. Fuck them. And shame on the doctors pushing that. You know better. You know better. You know damn well that if your staff is using, and they were, using the same damn mask all day long, it wasn't doing a goddamn thing of value. It was causing a lowered oxygen level for the one wearing it, and keeping all of their own shit right up close to their own face. Stop it. They knew that shit. They knew it. Cowards. Cowards and greedy fucks that wanted to gain off of it. So like I said, if you don't need to go to the doctor, don't go to the doctor. I'm not saying they don't have their place. They're worse than a fucking mechanic. They're worse than a shady mechanic. So I say, good. I've always said you need two good things in your life. You need a good mechanic and you need a good doctor. Still holds true. It's harder to find a good doctor than it is a good mechanic nowadays. Some people say a lawyer. You need a good lawyer too. I say, ain't no such thing. Yeah, someone out there. Oh, there's a good. Yeah. It's a self-propagating profession. They do absolutely nothing that the average person can't do. It's like telling somebody, you can't cook your own meal. You need to be a chef. I can cook my own fucking meal. I can cook my meal better than a lot of chefs out there. Kiss my ass. Being a lawyer's the same way. Now, there's a caveat to that. For a lot of situations, when it comes to things like criminal law, even lawyers are dissuaded from being their own lawyer. and here's the reason why. It's not because you don't know, it's because you're too close. You're going to miss some things. You're too connected. You need an impartial. You need somebody to be able to step from the outside. But anything else other than that, other than criminal law, do it your fucking self. Do I need a lawyer? No. Okay. I'll do it myself. Yeah. Scams. Jesus. So yeah, it all ties together. The mental health industry, and has been going this way for a long time. And now you can't trust the medical industry. Again, they don't. You think they know something? Ask them a question. Ask them a question. Been over a month now. Been going back and forth. I ask doctors questions. They don't have the answers. Oh, why is this? Why are you doing this? Oh, it's standard. Don't tell me it's fucking standard. Tell me why. Tell me why. What's it supposed to be doing? Don't tell me it's standard. Standard doesn't mean shit. Because not everybody's standard. Everybody's different. It's like if you go to a nutritionist or a fitness expert, and you say, "Hey, I want to eat well and I want to get in shape," and they just hand you the rote, go to somebody else. They need to sit down with you, figure out what's up with you, what's your lifestyle, what is your body type, what is your metabolism, what's the little quirks and quinky dinks that makes you you. Yeah, there's going to be some things that you can apply across the board, but not everything. Because if that was the case, and people pay people for this shit, really? You could have just Googled that shit and got it for free. And it knows just as much about you as this jackwagon did. Stop it. Amazing. People don't think. Don is joining the Zoom room. Laziness. Just lazy people. Thinking sheeple. And again, you watch and then you buck the horn. You buck it and you go, no, I'm going to actually make decisions for myself. And people look like you're the bad guy. How dare you? Excuse me. How dare you? You're going to think for yourself? What the hell are you, crazy? Oh, no, you don't have to do what I say. And they'll write down. They refuse, and they make their little frowny faces and give you bad Googles. Whatever they are. You know, it's like, no. Stop it. Think for yourself. Use those only when you can't do it yourself. And then think. Question. Because they don't know what the hell they're doing. The medical industry kills more people each year. 800,000 people. And nobody gives a shit about it. And you're still supposed to worship them like they're gods. 800,000 people either killed or seriously fucked up for the rest of their life because of misdiagnosis and mistreatment. Gus says, stop it. You're hurting my feelings. I will have to call my psychologist and have them prescribe me some more pills. Yeah. Hey, call your psychic too. Your psychic and what the hell those people that astrologer. I'm sure you get one of those on speed dial too. I do. I got 3 of them. I need to check my stars. Check my stars. Yeah, find this out. Go ahead and contact these astrologers and just give them just a made up fucking date. And see, they'll still work with you and they'll still give you shit. Stop it.
Oh yeah, $5 a minute. Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, they do that shit on the phone too, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the same one that's playing the Swedish volleyball champ on line 4. She's the same gal. Oh, good coffee. I know Donna doesn't like this coffee. Well, she might, but she doesn't.
It's got berries in it.
Yeah, this is the chocolate covered strawberries.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, it's awesome. It is awesome. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a racket out there. And they want you hooked on everything. The same way it was, the government's going to give you shit. The government can't give you anything they haven't taken from somebody else. They ain't giving you anything. And anything the government can give you, they can take away.
There was a documentary, I think it was called Pharma Thugs or something like that. It had thugs in it. It was really interesting. And then that other one, Dope Sick.
They got Dope Sick. They got, there was another, Netflix has one, something like the something of pain or something like that. It's about pain medication.
Yeah, it's just unreal.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's legitimate uses for drugs, but they should never be the go-to. They should be, have we tried everything else and it's not working? Okay, let's try this. Not, yeah, and we've talked about this before. It's why you get people then mid-50s to 80s, and they're all on those. It used to be, those pill things they have Monday through Friday, the little teeny containers. Well, now they're 4 times the size because you got so many things that you got to throw in there. It's because they throw people on medication. Stop it.
You're fuzzy.
I'm fuzzy.
Yeah.
As in the visuals?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fuzzy. I'm fuzzy. I'm a little salty too.
Oh, that's okay. So am I.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I keep getting drop frames going out. I had to actually restart my computer. I'd started the show and the show just stopped. I'm like, oh shit. So I shut down the system, reboot everything, came back online. I'm showing excellent connection going out from YouTube, but I am showing I'm getting lost frames here. So I have no idea. If it gets too bad, we'll shut it down.
Yeah, like did last time.
Yeah. But as long as I'm still getting a signal out there and it's okay for folks. Some of it I also might be just like if you go back later and watch a show, it's usually higher quality and it's better in focus. just something about how the shows get uploaded.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, good eating day. Enchiladas and Spanish rice.
Enchiladas. All right.
Soggy burritos. My soggy burritos.
You know, a lot of the places around here, they'll make their enchiladas and they'll wrap them in corn husk.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like them like that.
No. I like them. I wrap them. What I do is I make my meat filling, and that's usually got some maters and peppers and stuff like that, some hot peppers in it, and then some enchilada sauce, red sauce, gets mixed in with that. I take I take my burrito and I lay it down. My tortilla, not my burrito. I take my tortilla and I lay it down, and then I put a little bit of cheese in the center, and then I put the meat in it, and then I put cheese on the top of it, and then I wrap it up and I roll it over, and then I flip it so the flaps are on the bottom now, right. And I lay it in my bacon pan, and I fill the bacon pan with as many as I can put in it. Tonight we just had 4. It was just the 2 of us.
Shrimp tonight. I made shrimp.
Shrimp's good. And then I put a little bit of cheese on the top of that, and then I pour the rest of the enchilada red sauce on the top of that, and then I put cheese on the top of that. Foil it, throw it in the oven, 375 for about a half an hour. And that's it. Can't get any simpler than that. It's wonderful. Peggy says, "Hi there. I'm late to the show, but so far all is good with the broadcast." Yeah, see, I think it just depends on a lot of things. Donna says that I'm fuzzy. Fuzzy.
Might be this rain we're getting.
No, it could be any number of things.
God, we had over the last few days, we had 5 inches
of rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well,
Be Real says, "Good evening." Hey, good evening, Be Real. I don't recall the name. If this is your first time joining the show, welcome. Thank you. And Laurel says everything is fine there. Shrimp. Gus is going to either have shrimp or scallops. Gus may have both.
I don't care for scallops.
Oh, I love scallops. Oh, my God.
I like lobster.
No, I'll take scallops over. Claw meat and lobster, yeah. But scallops, I'll take it any day of the week. Big ones. Not the little ones. Big ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I've spent an hour and or so shelling and deveining shrimp. I got a brother-in-law that lives in Houston, and he's got a guy that comes up twice a year and gets us fresh shrimp from the Gulf.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Gus, I think you and Sally should come over Saturday. We've discussed it. I think Saturday is the day. The weather's going to be warmer.
I thought you did that last week.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's this coming week. First weekend. Because it's supposed to be warm. I think it's supposed to be in the 60s.
Yeah,
this coming Saturday.
By the end of the week here, it'll be in the 70s by about Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah. So come on over and fix some dinner. Spend the afternoon, eat some good grub, and go sit out by the fire in Frank and Zebo.
Yeah, Frank and Zebo.
The world famous Frank and Zebo. Oh, goodness. Again, folks might notice that there's some slight changes in the stuff in my shelves. This is everything's backwards here. This is all the same. This has changed. The Constitution used to be here, but it gets covered up by the Zoom meeting, even when close up. So I moved it, and there used to be, it's right there now. So you can always see it, even in the close-up. Let's see, it's close-up. Let's go to close-up. So you can still see it.
Be Real says
and
he's in Nebraska.
He is. I'm talking. And there used to be a watch in a case up there. Now it's down Oop, there we go. My motion's got to be backwards. It's over here. You can't see it, but it's there. But yes, Be Real says, yes. He says, I'm in Nebraska. Nebraska, isn't that where Penny was from, right? From the Cheesecake Factory? Well, no, it's from, what was it, The Big Bang Theory? Penny? Wasn't he from Nebraska? Oh, he says their scallops are new to you. Yeah, they probably cost more. Further inland you get. Peggy says, true, New Englanders call them scallops, rhyming with Cali. Scallops. Be Real says yes. Same with lobster is cheaper here, too, than it is in inland.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Even here.
If you're by a lake, you get lobster. It's like you go up to Wolfboro or anywhere around like Winnipesaukee. It's lobster. It's like, yeah, it's on the coast, right? They're from the sea. They're not from the lake. But yeah, lobsters are everywhere. Used to be the poor man's food. Poor man's food.
Lobster was?
Yeah. Yeah, only the fishermen and their families had lobster because they're just bugs of the sea. And they were easy to get. They weren't over I don't know what you call it. You don't fish them. You put them in the trap. What do they call it? Lobster harvest? They harvest them. And then when the rich people found out how good it tasted, then the prices went through the roof, and then the fishermen can't afford to eat them anymore. But yeah, they used to be poor man's food. Yep. Lobster's poor man's food. I'll say, anybody know any other foods that used to be that way?
It used to be
a poor man's food, but now it's rich people eat it. It's more of a delicacy. Lobster's one of them. Well, it's not the same thing, but a butcher steak or they call it a hanger steak. It's like, it's good if you find it and you find hanger steak in the store, pick it up, eat it. It's good. And it's because there's not much of it per cow, and usually the butcher would keep it for himself, so it doesn't make it out into the stores. You see it, get it. It's called hanger steak. You cook it like a good flank steak. We like to marinate it. It's like a super tender flank steak. We like to marinate it, throw it on the grill, hot grill, sear it on both sides.
Oysters, I know, used to be that way too. At one time, poor man's food.
Yeah, Judy says all of it these days. Yeah, no shit. All food nowadays is
poor man's food.
No, it's a rich man's food. It's because poor man, we can't eat. We, like I said, I went to go get a steak for breakfast, and damn near $400 later, I leave the store.
Caviar at one time was.
Yeah, caviar. I'm not a big fan of caviar.
I'm not either. Yeah. And snails, escargot.
That
used to be.
Yeah. But, Mushrooms?
Yeah, I think mushrooms used to be something the commoners ate.
They still do.
Well, I mean,
we used to go harvest them. You just go and you get
right, but I mean, they were something that poor people ate that didn't catch on for a while.
They didn't? Okay. Okay. Gus says yuck. Must have been for escargot and stuff like that.
I feel the same way, Gus.
Yeah. Fresh lake trout, says Laurel. We had it all the time growing up. Expensive at restaurants. Yeah. I guess that would be the case. A lot of local stuff gets expensive at restaurants. So if you have like local wild greens or local wild mushrooms, or again the lake trout, the stuff that's right from it tends to be more expensive. It shouldn't be, but it is.
I don't like trout.
Yeah, I'm not a trout guy. I'm not a
I
big
like,
fish guy, so.
yeah. Well, I like. Uh, I we don't get it down here. Walleye.
Walleye? Hmm.
Yeah, that's the best fish you can eat. But
That's what
yeah,
you
we
get when you
fished
get
walleye.
hit in the head too hard, too.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
that's all
walleye.
we fished for up north.
Yeah, it's snowing. It was snowing in the Highlands today.
Really? Well, I know it's
Had to
snowing
look it
in
up.
North
Highlands.
Dakota.
Where's the Highlands? That's it's actually I thought they were talking about up by the White Mountains. It's not. It's just south, I think either southeast or southwest of Tilton, which is below Laconia. Laurel says walleye is delicious.
Oh yeah, yeah. Laurel's been around. She's been up north, Minnesota. I think she said she was up from Minnesota, up there. Yeah, walleye. That's the best fish you
All
can
right.
eat.
Pickerel's pretty good. I think white perch. White perch.
Well, see,
Any
walleye
white fish is
is
good.
well, walleye is in the perch
It's
family.
a perch. Well, that's good.
It's
I'm not a
it's the
fish
large.
guy. Not a fish guy. Yeah. Don't like trout.
Oh, I don't either. I don't care for trout at all.
Uh, catfish. It's okay if it's cooked right, but it's too easy to not cook it right.
Well, down here they have farm raised cats, so
Yeah.
it tastes a little different. It's a lot muddy, like catching it, so it's better.
You,
Judy said she's under a freeze warning.
I was just about to say that. Would you like to narrate the show, Donna?
No, do you want me to get off here?
I'd like you to give me half a second.
Uh,
Yes, Judy says that they're under a freeze warning. Says Oklahoma likes to play with us. Yeah, it can be that way sometimes.
yeah,
It can get damn cold in the wintertime, too.
yeah.
Of course,
I think
my
you
house
guys are
down there
supposed to
didn't.
really catch it this year.
Who, Oklahoma?
No, no, you guys up there.
Oh, we'll see how it goes. My house down in Oklahoma, we just had our heating system was a big AC/heater in the living room window. A lot of houses down there like that, but it can get cold. It can get cold.
Oh yeah.
Gus is
Last
laughing.
year was cold. Last year was really cold.
So yeah, Gus, I think you and Sally, Saturday. Just easier that way. We can spend more time. That way we can also go. The missus and I can get out and get the. See if they got scallops. Scallops a good price. We'll get scallops and of course shrimp. We might do both, and then get the meat, get the steak.
I bet your shrimp is expensive up there.
No, shrimp's not bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, shrimp doesn't. It's scallops. That's all scallops is expensive. Shrimp, yeah, that's not too bad. Plus, you can get it frozen, so I mean that's fine too.
Well, yeah.
Thaw it out. Put butter and garlic and some salt on it. And throw it in a hot pan with some butter. That's how we do
Yeah,
our
that's how-
scallops too. So,
Yeah, that's how I made my shrimp tonight.
what'd you have with your shrimp tonight?
We had rice.
Shrimp and rice,
Yeah.
not beans and rice. Shrimp and rice. What kind of rice?
Yeah. Just white rice.
Oh, white rice? You racist.
Yeah. It's good for you.
Yeah, it's Spanish rice.
Yeah. Well, that's easy to make from white rice too.
Yeah, it is. Jerry says, sounds like a good dinner. Shrimp and rice. Like shrimp scampi. Shrimp and Alfredo. That's good too.
and apple cobbler.
No shrimp and apple cobbler. That doesn't mix.
No.
For dessert.
Yeah.
We picked up Ghirardelli's chocolate, dark chocolate for the brownie mix. So it's like, it's getting into winter. It's time for some good old
Dark
vanilla ice cream on hot chocolate brownie. It's like, oh yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Yeah, the kids left. We're kid-free in the house again. I told them, this is Monday's trash day. And I'm like, I'm only bringing recycling out. I don't have anything in the trash. I mean, we had it overflowing when the kids were here. And it's like, oh, my goodness. Now it's back down. That's okay. That's just our recycling, and that's it. Julie says, no, yours and Gus dinner. Yeah, I didn't even say. Yeah, this is on the menu. This is for the menu for, and Gus hasn't. Gus says yes. So it's going to be like 2:00 or so. Saturday, you can come over. It's going to be. I haven't decided on the cut of beef yet, but it's going to be sirloin or above. It's going to be thick cut. It's going to be cast iron seared, and it's going to be rubbed down, cast iron seared, finished to perfect medium rare. And it's going to be sliced thin against the grain. It's going to be served with sautéed onions and mushrooms. I'm going to have jalapeno, mashed potatoes with it. Another vegetable, I'm not sure, could be beans, I'm not sure. A vegetable and scallops and or shrimp and beer.
And beer?
And beer. Maybe some wine. If I get my wine, I can't find my wine. Asparagus. Yeah, asparagus would be good with that.
Yeah.
Asparagus. We'll do some asparagus with it. How's that sound, Gus? I'm sure Sally's listening too. Asparagus sound good? That'll work with it. Some asparagus, as I call it. The cowboy calls it asparagus. But yeah, that's the menu. That's the menu. Gus is like, oh, you don't need to go all. You don't get all fancy. It's like, no, that's not fancy. That's just good eats right there. It's good eats. Ain't nothing complicated about it. Simple food done right. I also tenderize the crap out of my steak before I do it that way. And like I've showed folks, I like mine is the it has all those blades. It's got like 50, 60 blades, little razor blades, and you just slice the shit out of it. It's like preheating it before you cook it. It's like, oh, it's good stuff. You can take a bad steak and do that with it. Make a nice London broil or something. Gus still hasn't gotten back to me.
Mm-mm.
Gus, verify. Testify. Amen, brother Gus. Brother Augustus. The spirit moves you. His name isn't Augustus. It'll always be Augustus to me, but it's not Augustus. It's just Gus. Gus is always Augustus McCrae. Augustus McCrae. That's Lonesome Dove.
God, it's been a long time since I've seen that.
Yeah, Gus was what the hell's his name? What the hell's the actor's name? Plays Gus. He played Boss Spearman in Open Range. He played in what was it, Secondhand Lions or some shit like that too. He played in a lot of stuff. Gus, what the hell's his name?
Robert
Duvall.
Yeah,
Robert Duvall, good actor, good character actor. Gus says I was on the porch and had to run in so Sally could hear. Sounds great. Okay. So again, 2:00. We're gonna I'm giving him shit. We'll get everything verified before then, anyways. But it's good eats. But yeah, Saturday's supposed to be 60s. It's like, yeah, probably a better day to do it. I think I'll have most of my grills put up by then. I'm going to take and put them out in the back of the gazebo. Not doing much grilling outside. I got to also I have a big grill in my mud room, and I have my griddle insert that goes over the top of it. I haven't used that much. We now got we got a small one. It's not a Blackstone, but it's like a Blackstone, and it's only the 2-burner one instead of the 4-burner. Perfect size for 2 folks. So I got that in. So take the other grill, move it out back, take the other grills aside from the, leave the kettle grill, but take the other ones, and put them out back. They're at the edge of the driveway now. No, don't need those. Going to get the new freezer, put the new freezer in the mudroom where the grill was. Don't know. We might get that. Might get that this week. Not sure yet. Not sure. Chest freezer. So I have the old stand-up. We'll have our vegetables and taters and stuff like that, and the chest freezer for the meats. See how it goes.
I like. I don't like to grill on with gas. I don't know. Just don't.
Oh, I do both. There's a time and a place. It's time and a place.
Yeah, I guess so.
Plus, like I said, if you got a gas grill, it makes a good platform for making a griddle, because you can get a steel insert that goes over the top. But yeah, I do most of my grilling in my Weber kettle grill. I got a copper. Got the copper one. Oh, she's pretty. She's a pretty grill.
I got a PK grill.
It's a PK.
They're made here in Arkansas.
Are they round or are they square?
They're oblong. They're
oblong.
Cast aluminum.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Last forever.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a few grills. I got my black rig. That's a gas, charcoal, and smoker in one. Let's call it my rig. It's a black rig. Was going to replace it this year, but I had to buy 50,000 other things. I was going to go do a dedicated smoker, and no, didn't do that. I'm glad I didn't, because that was another, several $100s that I really didn't need to spend. So.
Yeah, these grills, these PK grills, are made down here in Arkansas. They're expensive. They're like $500.
How much surface area they got on them?
I think they're 22 inches by 18, maybe.
Yeah, so you're small to medium size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 1 or 2 people.
Oh, that's more than enough for 2 people.
Yeah, right.
My dad had a hibachi. Those are neat.
Oh, yeah.
But it went to shit. I was like, oh, I'll get his hibachi. No, it was all crapped out. It's like, no, this is going. So we'll get a hibachi. Hibachis are cool. You can just squeeze for a normal size hibachi. You can do 2 people. That's fine. It's better use here, charcoal. But yeah, most of the stuff is in the Weber. 38. Was it 38 inch? I don't know. It's pretty big. Not huge. It's mid-size.
Yeah. These grills, these PKs, I think they made them back in the 50s. They started making good grills.
Yeah. Another thing is good to have. Here's a tip. You got a grill, don't keep it covered. Keep it covered in the wintertime, but in the summertime, don't keep them covered. That's how you kill your grills. Because it traps all the moisture in it. Let it rain on it, and then it'll dry out, and you'll be fine. People put their covers on them, and the moisture builds up underneath them, and they wonder, hey, my grill, it just rusted out in 2 years. Yeah, you got a grill cover on it, right? Yeah. Don't put the damn grill cover on it. You don't put the grill cover on it. You just make sure that it gets plenty of air. The rain isn't going to bother it. It'll last for years. You put that cover on, it's like, oh, 2 years, maybe 3 if you're lucky.
Yeah. I think I've had mine for 15, going on 20 years.
Yeah, I think the rig's the longest one that I got now. I've had that for, I might be going on close to 15. It's about done. I was going to replace it, but I think it's about 15. The other ones, my other gas grill is 7 or 8, and my Weber is probably somewhere around there. Works great. I think that's all I got. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because the black rig is the 3 together.
They've got PK's got a little bitty grill. It's kind of like one of those you were talking about. Remember those hibachi cuts?
Hibachis, yeah.
Yeah, they got a
good little grills.
But they're like $300.
They can be pricey. They can be pricey. You can get cheap ones, but you get it cheap and it's not going to last. You gotta invest in it. You get a nice cast iron hibachi, man. That thing will last you forever.
Yep.
But they're gonna cost you.
Yeah.
It's good if you got a couple people. Yeah, if you don't want it for like a party. Yeah. Okay. You're gonna cook 4 burgers or maybe like 8 hot dogs, and it's like, okay, we're gonna rotate. Next group come up. It'll be 5 minutes, and you'll be ready. It's like, yeah, no, it's good if you're a couple people. Of course, we had more than a couple people growing up, and my dad had that damn thing. I think he just bought it because look, and it cost more than we didn't have any damn money. But it was different, you know? And it's like, you could have got yourself a Weber for a fraction of the price and being able to cook everything all at once for the family. But no, you had to have that hibachi. So, Jesus, stop it. Stop it. And like I said, wasn't even something I could salvage. It's like, there's no way. So it went into the dumpster. Oh, well. Let's see. Signal seems to be going out good. I still have excellent connection according to YouTube. The folks that are watching, let me know whether or not I've got glitchy or whether I'm still fuzzy. Am I still fuzzy, Donna? Am I fuzzy?
Yeah, you're still fuzzy.
I'm still fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you try to just, are you doing it all on the same system, or you're doing dual systems?
No, I'm doing it all on the same. And that would probably make a difference. I could probably...
Well, you could. Why don't you just try to reload YouTube again?
Okay.
Because you're going to see a lag anyways, right? I mean...
Yeah,
there's always
true.
a lag between... Because you're talking on Zoom, but it's not matched up to the video. Laurel says you are fine. It jumped once. Good. That's fine.
Oh, there you are. You're fine.
Did it clear up? Yeah, you just reloaded it and it came in clear. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's fine.
I didn't want to see you anyway.
Well, it's safer that way.
Safer that way.
Get people like Judy. It's like Judy puts it up on her big screen. She's renting those big screens that they have like at the football stadiums, and she's throwing it up there. And it's like, Judy, stop it. You're going to hurt yourself. You've been warned. I got a voice for radio, and I got a face for radio to match. So. Oh, yeah, quite a different setup. I was looking for stuff to post up for folks today, and I ran across that old picture of my first podcast, quote unquote, studio. And I was like, wow. I showed the missus, and she's like, I don't remember that. Do you remember that? I said, yeah, I remember that. I did quite a few shows like that. And I said, no, I need a dedicated studio because this crap in the bedroom ain't going to work. So then I invested in, like I said, I went and I snagged a corner of my weight room and did it up. Got the equipment, got the dedicated computer. I only needed one monitor at that time. Wasn't doing video or anything. So, let alone live streaming. Video isn't such a problem. Live streaming is a problem. Because live streaming, I've got to watch 50,000 things at once. Like, okay. But, yeah, it's grown. It's grown to now have this full dedicated studio, a decade or so later. It's nice. It's nice. Looks good, feels good. It's good. It's good. Yeah. Snow, yeah, it was snowing in the Highlands, which isn't in the Highlands. It's in the Highlands. Not much further north. Not really that far. It's south of Winnipesaukee. It's like, stop it. The missus got a message from her sister and saying, oh, it snowed in the Highlands today. It's, oh, no, stop it. No, not ready for that. Ain't got no time for that. It's only October. Only October.
I think that by end of October, you guys would be getting snow.
Stop it. No, we don't need snow until what? Into December. Thanksgiving should be snow-free. Thanksgiving should be snow-free.
Really?
Yeah. Thanksgiving on. It can usually after. You might get a snowstorm before then, but usually nothing on the ground until after.
Huh.
Gus says, wow,
that's
I
true.
have the slam shuts. I don't know what the slam shuts are. Sounds like a bad case of constipation or something. I got the slam shots. It's not working. I have the slam shots. I don't know what the slam shots are.
I think you're right
What?
about their constipation.
It sounds like constipation. Sounds like a really bad case of constipation. The slam shuts. But yeah, snow. Nah. After Thanksgiving. We've had snow, we even had dustings at Halloween, but that's not usually the case. We shouldn't have anything until about, what do you say, Gus, after Thanksgiving? Oh, my eyes are closed. Oh, the slam shuts, that's better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's better than, yeah.
Yeah, the other thing.
The other thing's not so good. Not so good. Get them slam shots. The eyes. Yeah, it's been a long day. Been a long day. I talked to my brother the other day. The one from North Carolina. The one that I say he's thick. Oh my God. Hot dog. Say that again. Hot dog. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Man, his accent is thick. He starts rolling. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he just quite the accent. Thick. Oh God, thick. Hot dog. How the hell do you spell that? HAWTDAWGGG. I don't know. How would you spell that?
MOUSC.
MOUSC. Yeah. How dog. It's like, holy shit. Gus says 11 years ago we got 2 feet of snow on Halloween. Well, I was here. I don't recall that, but I don't doubt it. I mean, we get freak storms sometimes.
I know in North Dakota it always snowed.
Does he drink Coca-Cola? Coca-Cola. I'm trying to think. How does he say?
Coca-Cola.
What does he?
I don't
How does he?
think they
What
say
does he
that
say?
down
As whether he says soda or pop or
Yeah.
I
soda.
forget what he calls it. But man, thick. 2 feet of snow on Halloween. We don't need none of that. Stop it. We're not doing a Halloween here at the Cowboy house. We're not doing it. We do it sometimes. We did it last year. It was cute. And then the 2 years with the Rovid
I don't do
crap,
it.
nobody was doing it. So that was fine. But we're just not doing it this year. The missus just isn't in the mood for it, and that's fine. Oh, I don't know what it is. Halfway through the show. Oh yeah, see, an hour and a half in, and my nose starts itching. Bingo, Coca-Cola. Everything in Georgia was Coke. Didn't matter if it was Pepsi, Orange Crush, etc. They called it Snowtober, says Gus. Yeah, my brother does concessions, and they do PepsiCo products, not Coke, though. Yeah, it's North Carolina.
When we was kids, we had RC Cola.
Yeah, RC Cola.
And then when I went up north, we didn't have it. We couldn't get it for years.
And you got like what, Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb? They're about the same thing.
Oh, Mr. Pibb, yuck.
Mr. Pibb. Well, Dr. Pepper, yuck. See, they're both, I guess it'll grow on you, but it's like, wow, why are you drinking that shit? Oh, but then Gus is a big Moxie fan, isn't he? Gus can't get himself enough Moxie.
I never heard of Moxie.
Oh, we talked about Moxie on the show once. Yeah, it's a northeastern drink. Used to be nationwide, but it's primarily in the Northeast. I think Coke owns it now. Didn't we figure out Coke owns it now? I don't recall. Moxie. That's some nasty ass shit.
Yeah, sounds. God, remember that near beer? God.
Near beer. What's it? Hell, beer doesn't taste that good to drink it non-alcoholic. I like beer.
I don't like beer anyway, period.
I mean, I like it, but half of the shit with beer is the alcohol. It's not just the flavor. Gus says he had RC Cola when he was a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked RC.
RC Cola. RC Cola. I kind of like it. We call that welfare cola. It's sort of like Coke, but not. It is Coke. I guess if you're gonna make a mixed drink, you can do it with RC Cola. You can't do it with Pepsi. Oh, Pepsi, you can't mix rum or whiskey with it. Laurel says, I saw some Moxie in a store, and now I can't remember where. I laughed when I saw it. Yeah, it's got an orange can. Orange can. Let's see if I can pull up a Moxie again. There we go. There's a Moxie in a can.
Well, they make it in bottles.
And they do make it in bottles. Yes, they do.
Huh.
I was going to show the bottle next. And the bottle. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
When they
here.
quit the bottles, I pretty much quit the pop.
Hey, you can get Moxie on Amazon, folks. If you really want to and this is from Louisiana Pantry. This particular one on Amazon. Louisiana Pantry is selling Moxie. Judy says you posted it once, I remember. Yeah, we had a good part of the show dedicated to Moxie. Dedicated to Moxie. Boy, that's some nasty shit there. God. Oh my goodness. No, Moxie does not get the endorsement from the Cowboy. No. Laura says, nope, I heard enough from you guys, not going to try. Hey, it's, if you got a couple bucks and you just want to say fuck it, and it's cool to try stuff, but yeah, don't buy many. And if you get like a 6-pack, make sure you have 5 other friends that you want to fuck with at the same time, and just y'all have it together. Gus never said it like Moxie. That was my dog. No, I remember Gus saying he can't get himself enough Moxie. When Gus was in school, they called him the Moxie Man. Foxy Moxie. I remember that Gus. He can't get enough of that Moxie. Gus is gonna be like, stop it. Oh my goodness. No, for the record, Gus never said he liked Moxie. But also for the record, he can't get enough of it. Peggy says, when I was a kid growing up in New England, we had a soda called Birch beer. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, they get a lot of Birch beer up here. It's like root beer, but it's not. Birch beer is almost like a what'd you say? It'd be between a root beer and a cream soda, someplace in the middle of that, between a root beer and a cream soda. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while since I've had Birch beer, but I think it's almost like a root beer, but it's not. It's somewhere between a root beer and a cream soda. Laurel says, I like black licorice, but I don't think I would like to drink it. It sounds medicinal.
Yeah.
Medicinal, yeah. Yes. Well, you see, look at this. Here you go. Let's bring up the, here we go. You see that? Doesn't it kind of look like a pharmacist's jacket or a doctor's jacket? Well, shit, didn't Coca-Cola was a medical prescription at one time, wasn't it too? A lot of those drinks were. Let's go back to the show. Peggy says, yes, hard to find in the Midwest. So yeah, I thought it was, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's not quite a root beer. It's close. It's somewhere between a root beer and a cream soda. I like a cream soda every once in a while too. I like an orange soda every once in a while. I'm like one per year is good for me. Was it like a Sunkist or a Crush and shit like that? How many orange sodas they got going out there?
Didn't Nesbitt have?
Did Nesbitt have a orange?
I think they had orange. They had a grape and orange.
That's like, Radar. He said grape knee-high was his drink. Oh,
God, yeah.
Radar and his grape knee-high. He got drunk on one of the shows. He had gotten into a fight with one of the Hawkeye or one of the doctors. They were on the outs, and he actually got drunk in one of the shows. Well, it was a show. It wasn't really drunk. It was acting. Acting! I'm an actor! But yeah, grape knee-high. I think at the end of the show, I think it was Hawkeye. I think him and Hawkeye were having it out. And at the end of the show, they were in the bar, and Hawkeye was usually the drinker, and he was having a grape knee-high.
Oh, yeah. He had a steel in the swamp.
In the swamp. Yes, a still. As soon as you said the swamp, I was like, okay, it clicked. He had a steel. It's like, you've been talking with my brother. Have a
No,
steel,
Hawkeye had
a
a
steel,
still.
a still, right? But you said steel. You said it very,
Well,
very,
yeah,
yeah,
still.
as a steel. I was like, what the hell? And then you said in the swamp, and I'm like, oh, he had
Yeah,
a
I lived down
still,
here too long.
had a still, right? No, 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 no. It was fine. It was fine. It was just one of those accent sort of things. Like I said, I've been talking to my brother too long. Had a steel with his hot dogs. Oh my god. Gus says grape soda yummy. Yeah, grape soda's good every once in a while. I like a creamsicle every once in a while too.
Oh God, yuck.
Oh, I'm good for one a year. One creamsicle. Oh. It's like circus peanuts the same way. I'm good for one circus, just one, just one circus peanut a year, and
I
I'm
like
good to go.
peanuts. I used to love peanuts. I'd put them in my bottles of Coke.
Yeah, but these circus peanuts aren't really peanuts.
Oh,
Oh, you've never seen circus peanuts? Let me bring up some
I
circus
guess
peanuts.
not.
Well, it's a candy.
Oh, is that them orange?
Yeah, yeah, they're orange. They're
Oh,
shaped. Here we
yeah.
go.
Yeah, like an oversized peanut, big
Yeah, it looks
thing.
like a
Oh,
mega
yeah.
peanut. They're just a.
Okay, I
It's not
remember
really.
those.
It's not really. It's not marshmallow, but it's not. It's
No,
soft, but it's not
yeah,
marshmallow. It's a
yeah,
candy. Yeah, circus peanuts. I'm good for.
yeah, I did.
Oh, I'm good for one. Just one.
Yeah, yeah, once a year maybe.
Yeah, one once a year. That's all I need.
Just to remind you how much you don't like them.
No, they're good. I like them.
You do.
Just one. More than
One.
one, it's too much. Just one. Yeah, just one. Laurel says only one circus peanut a year to remind yourself of why you only eat one. Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah, yeah.
No, I like
That's right,
them.
Laurel.
I like them, but one. There's I don't know. There's just some things that I like that are like just I like just this much of it. You have any more of that, and it's no. Gus says, "Oh man, I tried cream soda beer this summer. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
Cream soda beer. See, Gus and I, we've talked about this before, and I've said it on the show. I like my beer to taste like beer. So I don't get into these fancy flavors. They make them with flavors, and they've got a fall thing and like that. It's a
Pumpkin
cream
spice.
soda and yeah, pumpkin spice beer. Fuck that. I like my beer to taste like beer.
I wish they'd get off that shit.
Oh.
Oh God.
Yeah. This beer should taste. But I like my whiskey to taste like whiskey too. Here's another thing. I like my whiskey to be honey sweet.
But you like your coffee like frou-frou shit.
Oh, yeah, well, hey, it's good stuff. But I don't like let's say I want a whiskey with a lot of honey in it. I don't drink American honey or stuff because those aren't really whiskey. Those are whiskey liqueurs. It's got a bunch of crap in there. They've got regular whiskey that has honey notes in it, and that's what I drink. I'm not a big whiskey liqueur person. I like whiskey. But yes, I like my frou-frou coffee. Like tonight. Tonight's coffee is chocolate-covered strawberries from Dunkin' Donuts brand. It is very good. It's very good. It is absolutely wonderful. If you like chocolate-covered strawberries, yeah, you'll like this coffee. Yep. We get Cameron's Southern roasted. It's either roasted or toasted. I don't know what the hell the difference would be between roasted and toasted anyways. But it's either roasted or toasted Southern pecan coffee. We had to pick up some more. We were at the store this morning. It's like, oh, we need some coffee. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I pick up that. I'm like, oh, we don't have that. It's like, yeah, it's what we have every morning for breakfast. That's our morning coffee is. So I just thought we used to always just drink French vanilla, but I guess now it's Cameron's toasted or roasted, whatever, Southern pecan coffee. You get it in the big bag. Big bag.
I got a yard full of pecans.
Yeah, I had a pecan tree in the front yard and in the backyard down in Oklahoma. I lived
Yeah.
directly across from a a pecan orchard. And I tried to find my house because I forgot my address. Tried to find my house a couple times. Yes, it was on South 15th Street. It's like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, it was
we've
South
still got
15th
a
Street.
pecan orchard close by, but we used to have black walnut orchards.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hardly find them anymore.
Yeah. It makes good wood products. A good black walnut guitar. Used to make gun grips out of black walnut. It's like, oh, black walnut. I like black walnut. But yeah, yeah. So we had pecan everything. Pecan cookies, pecan brownies, pecan pie. Yeah, they produce a lot of nuts. They produce a lot of nuts.
Yeah, not every year though.
Some more than others. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got the paper shells, so mine are hybrids.
Laurel says we have a dozen or more black walnut trees on my property.
Oh,
Yeah.
good,
Oh,
good stuff there.
cut them down. Send me the wood. God, you
No,
can't get black walnut. Oh my God. Every time I look for something new, it's like I'm gonna get it in this wood. It's like I want a black walnut. I want a black walnut. I will eventually get a guitar. It's black walnut. It's like, John, you already have some guitars. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And my go-to is a damn nice one, but it's not black walnut. It's quilted sapele. Still pretty.
it's what?
Quilted sapele.
Oh,
She's like, oh, what the hell is quilted sapele?
yeah, really.
Sapele is like a I don't want to steer you wrong. It's like
Look it up.
yep. It's a variant of come on, tell me. Is it a it's either a mahogany or ebony. You're like, oh, they're not the same. No, they're not the same. But I can't. Let's see here. What is quilted sapele? There we go.
How do you spell it?
Sapele. Quilted sapele is an exotic wood from West Central and Eastern Africa. Mahogany. Some consider it as a utility substitute for mahogany due to the fact that it belongs to the same family. It can be difficult wood to work with, but finishes well, popular with instrument makers, and as a decorative veneer. Yeah, mine's not veneer. It's nothing wrong with veneer, but mine is a solid quilted sapele, sides and back with a torrefied Sitka spruce top. Torrefied is a way
It's
of
pretty.
it is. It's beautiful. And the quilted, you're looking up pictures of the quilt.
Yeah.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous.
It
Well,
is pretty.
I'd posted picture. I got a video of my guitar. Let's see here. Let's see here. We'll pull this up for you folks. We'll go to switch account. The Cowboy Life. There we go. And we will show you my where is it? Where the hell? thought it was on. I thought it was on this one. Maybe it's on my other channel. Let's go here. Let's go back in and switch again and see whether or not it's on my other one. Okay, videos. Home. What the hell? No, it's got to be on my other channel. Stop it. I don't want that. Oh, screw this. Watch this. I know it's on. I know it's on. No, let's go. Videos.
I'm jealous, Laurel. She says she's got a dozen or more black walnuts on her property.
Yes, I read that.
Wow.
Okay, here we go, folks.
Stand is made out of tiger oak. This
So there was my go-to. My beautiful Taylor 314 CE limited edition. Quilted sapele, mahogany neck, satin finish. The whole thing satin finish. Oh, love a satin finish. Nothing plays like satin.
Yeah, I've got a washstand that's made out of tiger oak.
Tiger oak?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that is very similar to that.
Yeah, you can get a quilted maple. Is beautiful too, but it's lighter, way lighter. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Laurel says she actually has some on the ground right now. How big of a piece you want? I can't, if it's not in the board, I can't use it. But thank you. It's boards, I can use it. But yeah, oh, black walnut's gorgeous to work with. If it's not slabbed out, I can't. Like I said, I can't use it. But thank you. Thank you. That's why I said cut down a tree and said, I know you weren't going to cut them down, but yeah, I need board lumber. Chunks. Got chunks. Not to be confused with, what's it called? Shut eye or whatever. Slam shut eye. Chunks. Yep. Do we get, or is that whippersnapper? Earlier. Be real. Be real.
Yeah.
You still watching Be Real? Always be real. Be real. Keeping it real, folks. You ain't keeping shit real. Stop it. I don't know anybody who says keeping it real that they're keeping it real. Stop it. It's usually an excuse to just be, oh, you were just being an asshole. You know, it's not nothing real about that unless you're a real asshole, but usually they're not. It's like, stop it. Yeah. So, yeah. And it's predictions that Trump's going to get arrested and he's going to be thrown in jail for violating his the court order, for the gag order. It's like, yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Gag orders of those types, when put to the test, fall apart. Judges, yeah, they might, the average person, they might be able to arrest you for this extraneous shit that they say, oh, this is something I'm going to, it's like, no. If you don't really have any authority, and judges don't generally have it, except for in rare cases, have authority outside their courtroom. Most of the I can't believe you never heard that one. Oh, no, I didn't hear that one. Most of the cases where a judge orders a defendant or person that they're seeing to do things and stuff outside of the courtroom are shot down later upon appeal. It's like, no, you don't have the authority that you think you have. Stop it. You can tell me to shut the fuck up in your courtroom, but there's very little you can do outside the courtroom as long as I am otherwise not violating laws. You can't make shit up. They do it all the time, but no. You fight it, you'll win. They don't make law. They have no authority outside their courtroom. They really don't. It's like, this is your little kingdom. And I always say, hey, judge, you're the king here. But when you step outside the courtroom, you step outside these courthouses, you're just like me, motherfucker. You're in my world now. So judges need to beware. Same way as I tell police officers, yeah, you wearing the badge, and I'm a former police officer. You wear the badge, but no, you're just like everybody else. You don't work 24 hours a day. You got to swim in the same pond. Don't be shitting in the pond you're swimming in, because the other fish might not like it and you're just one fish. Stop it. Stop it. That's the way it goes. Same way with other political offices. Stop it. Don't do that. Don't do that. We don't live in a kingdom, not a real kingdom. We live in a nation where we're all citizens, which means the citizen, by and large, is the one with the power and control. Citizens have forgotten that. Remember it. Doesn't mean you can be an asshole too. Don't. But you're not a sheeple. You're not a subject. Know what people's authority is and what it isn't. Judges do not have as much authority as they think they have. And like I said, they got to leave the courtroom. And no, that's not a threat. This is a thing of reality, like saying, when you get out on the street, you're going to see other cars. Yeah, it's a reality. You know, you want to be an asshole in the courtroom. You want to be an asshole in the courtroom, and you want to play with people's lives. And you want to do it in an unjust and not legal way. hey, it's a big world out there. Orca coolers. Let's see if I can see the light. There we go. Might not. Oh, it's too shiny. Too shiny. It's good containers to keep your drinks warm. Well, it's after 10 o'clock, folks. It is.
Well, good night. I got to take my dog out.
Yes, it is that time. There's her. It's a girl dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's 14. She's old.
She old. Yeah.
Yeah. She's really having a hard time these days.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Judy says, I think a lot of people have forgotten that. They have. And they give people authority. School systems, oh, they got this authority. You don't have shit for authority. Oh, we're going to dictate what we're going to teach. No, you don't. No, you don't. Parents can override that shit. I'm going to do this and I'm going to... No, you're not. No, you're not. You don't run shit. You run the school system, but you don't dictate everything. And you're a paid employee just like everybody else. Stop it.
I was checking out Ramaswamy this week just to see what he had to say. And he had a podcast interviewing a guy named Zuby, Z-U-B-Y.
Zuby, the black guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a British, I think he's a British musician.
He's,
singer.
He is. It was really a good podcast.
Yeah, Zuby's a good guy. He's a good egg.
Yeah. And then he had James O'Keefe on another one.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really good, too.
Yep. Well, hopefully I'll be able to get folks on my shows. I'd like to get some folks on the Breaking Leather show. Now that it's up and running. Yes, folks, remember to check out Breaking Leather. And if you like non-political stuff, apolitical, check out my second channel on YouTube, which is The Whiskey Cowboy Life. This is the Whiskey Cowboy - official. The other one is the Whiskey Cowboy - life. Pretty sure it's - life. Let's see here. Is it - life? Should be. No, it's the Whiskey Cowboy Life. No dash. No dash. But, yeah. And then you'll find the guitar stuff and canoeing and stuff like that. If I can ever get back out there, I don't even know whether I'm going to be able to get out on the water again before the season's up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. All right. Well, Gus says, good night, everyone. I have a few good days till Wednesday. No, we'll get longer than that. But yeah, I'll be talking to you here soon, the next day or so, Gus. Next show, Wednesday. Oh, have a great few days. Oh yeah, till Wednesday. Yeah, because that's the next Whiskey Cowboy Live. Yeah. And folks who enjoy this content and would like to help support content all across the interwebs on the various platforms, feel free to visit the links in the show description. There's a link to a page that will show you all sorts of stuff you can do. It doesn't cost a dime, but if you'd like to help financially, there's a link there as well. You can make a single payment or make monthly donations. Can be canceled at any time. And if you'd like to throw something my way, there's an address that you can mail stuff to. Judy says, I was watching that and got a text. My kid had a terrible wreck. 3-car pileup, three cars total, but thank God everyone. Hey, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. That's horrible. That is horrible. I hope everyone's okay. Said, thank God everyone's okay. They'll find out in the next 3 or 4 days exactly how okay they are. Our bodies delay a lot of reaction to things. So yeah, if your kid was involved, make sure they pay close attention in the next few days to aches and pains and things that are coming up. And prayers go out. But okay, thank you all for showing up and joining us on tonight's Whiskey Cowboy Live show. I am the Whiskey Cowboy. And I will see you tomorrow. Usually my mornings are spent. I do a lot of research and catching up on things in the morning, but I try to put out some content for you guys. And Peggy says good night all, and thank you, John. I'm glad that your kids will be okay, Judy. Yep. And with that, God bless. Take care.